This video clip's going to cover the configuration, or at least the initial configuration of the IP address on the DCAM-FX. At this point, you should have all of the transmitters and receivers built, and you need to add those to the switch. This is going to get you started. So we have two models of switches. We have the modular DCAM-FX, which you see on the screen, and the modular DCAM-FX is going to include a control card. And on the control card, you're going to have a DVI connector and two USB connections, along with a NIC port and an RS-232 port. So all of the chassis, the ACX048, the ACX080, the ACX160, and the ACX288 all will have this control card. To configure the switch, or at least to change the IP address initially, it's easier to connect a monitor to the DVI connector and a keyboard and mouse to the USB ports. And at that time, you can use the hotkeys Shift-Shift-O to bring up the on-screen display. If you are working with the compact DCAM-FX switch, which would include the ACX-C8, ACX-C16, 32, 48, or the 80 port, or any of the hybrid models that support both CATX and fiber SFPs, you're not so lucky on this one to have the control card installed. You'll see on these switches there's no DVI connector and there's no USB connections for keyboards and mice. So in order to get started on the compact models, what you'll need to do is build a receiver card and plug that receiver card into the compact switch and plug the monitor, keyboard, and mouse into the receiver card, and then you can use the hotkeys Shift-Shift-O to bring up the menu. So both of these methods will at least get you to the main on-screen display to begin changing the IP address of the switch. So both of these switches would be at the on-screen display at this point in time. The next thing, like I said, on whatever method you're using, use the default hotkeys left shift, and the letter O. The right shift will not work, so use the left shift. And when you bring up the on-screen display, you may see a screen similar to this. You can ignore the two computers that are already configured. I'm just using one of the systems I have laying around. What you'll probably see is a blank window on the left side of the screen. There's going to be nothing in that pane for CPU devices. If you have some of the newer firmware versions, what you may see first when you press Shift-Shift-O is a little box that comes up on the screen. And if you look closely at other keys you can press, there's an option for menu. And I think it's F7. If you press F7, it will take you to this screen, or it will take you to the main configuration screen. And the main configuration screen looks like this. If you do see this screen and you want to get back to the main configuration screen, you can just use the navigation bars up at the top. So at this point, if you press escape, it will bring you back to the base or the root page that you need to get access to. At this point, if you want to close this screen, you can use the hotkey Shift Escape, but if it's during your initial configuration, you're going to want to click on the configuration option. So use your arrow keys, scroll down the configuration. It's going to get you to the next screen. That's going to require you to log into your DCAM-FX to change some of the parameters. And at this point, by default, you can use the username admin, all lowercase, and the password is admin, all lowercase. Once you enter your user credentials, it's going to take you to the main admin page for configuration. On this page, arrow down to the option of network, press enter. Once you're on the network page, use your tab keys and use your arrow and change the switch to meet your network requirements. In this example, I am showing that the switch is not controlled by a DHCP server. I'm going to use a static IP address of a 10.8.20.91. Enter your subnet mask in your gateway, and once you have that set, just tab through down to the OK button. When you're on the OK button, press enter. When you press enter, you'll see some text on the bottom saying updating configuration. At this point, you can go back to the main configuration screen if you're not there already. Once you save the network settings, you may have to press escape to go back to this page. Just press escape once. And in order to save your network configuration, scroll down to the save option Press enter. You'll see a notification at the bottom stating that the configuration is currently being saved. And in order to use your new network settings, you need to scroll down to the option Restart Matrix. Under the Restart Matrix, press enter. It will take you to the next screen to confirm that you want to restart your matrix, and then press tab to go to the OK button and press enter again. At this point, your DKM FX is going to restart itself. The fans will wind up if you're using the modular DKM switch, and when it boots, you will then be using the new IP address, at which point we'll move on to using the Java utility for further configuration.